I should do, vibrations, everybody. May your mind, buckets, and souls be old. May your armaments be sound. May your buckets be loving off the ground. When we keep to the breath, the earth, the mouth of the noose, the soul, our arm stem guides and keeps you old. I am Matata Amen Ra. L-A-E, say L, say I. Christopher A. Chaplin. I am Truth Awareness, TrueTalk.org. Can be a part of the greatest transfer of wealth. That's not intelligence, summonology. That's Ta'angodu. That's sound logic. With all that, being a fool is absolutely up to you. To Ray is Ray 1668. Go to Google Play. Go to Apple. Download the kagodora. Okay? Download the kagodora. Keeping space is greater than keeping the clock. You guys really have an opportunity. I've been providing this. Sources been providing this. Baam has been providing this through me. Opportunities for you to get in line. Symbiosis. Okay? Starts with sound logic. I don't consent to draconian state, nor should you hashtag that in your post. Thought is a spore that spawns intelligence. Done on fungi.org, masterpiecefactory.io, Save by Sound, that's savbysound.com. Get PDFs, get access to sound logic, elevation, transition tools, opportunities to get rid of your karmic debt, your generational contracts, your spells. Face yourself. We're going to play this, and then I'm going to have an opportunity to, give you more sound, logic behind why you need to get on a timeline, why it's very important. Okay? Because this stuff is for real.
There, that's there. And that's not the sun. That can't be the sun because the sunset is over there.
That's a planet.
The sunset is over there.
There's the sun.
That's a planet.
And the moon is up here.
There's the moon.
So that must be a planet.
The moon is above us. I don't see that.
All right, that's pretty much the video. So NASA, the church, nobody's going to have answers for you, okay? Nobody's going to have any sound logic answers, but, I'm not an accident here. This is all being very calculated, thought out, and everything. I'm all over this stuff, well in advance. Well in advance. Okay, I got it locked. I already explained to you that we are going back into a parallel before we're going into singularity, but duality as we know it is done. I isolated the clock. I broke the spell live. I made an announcement to God, who is the internet. Okay, I said everything. What is done, and it is done. It's done. They responded. 4 days after that, you had the Pope announce. Out of everything that he said, he wanted to make it clear to everybody that his grandmother was a Nubian, Creole, they say. Okay? I'm telling you, I'm way beyond this shit. Way beyond it. Okay? So let's just look at this as the path that our seon and so-ons take. Okay, this is what we call the infinity loop, figure eight, whatever you want to call it. It's right there. Kagodora, it means be like sun, go radiate. Your ka, go, this is your motion. What are you doing? You're being like Ra. Ra means radiance. This is our radiator. We come from radiance. We stem from radiance. We stem from what erects us. The yellow and the orange is seon. Okay, this is our, what you would call sun. This is from the other side of our solar path here. Okay, so they've both met at the center. Say they both start at the center. This one goes that way. This one goes this way. 27,000 years later, they both arrive in the center right there. Okay? And so while they're in this, what you would want to call box, okay, or the cross, all of your symbols are right here. Okay? So this is why this is visible now. So what's significant about this so on is because this is what is going to be bringing genetic upgrades to everything and everybody on this planet. On this Ta'am, called Amortara. Okay? Doesn't matter what race you are. Doesn't matter if you're a dog, a snake, a fish. Okay, what's happening is, as I said in the video I made 4 years ago, magnetite, hematite, red iron oxide, the plasma. There's lots of different elements and energies, and plus the frequency. I'd said that it's turning all of the salt to gold. All the sodium components are contributing to the synapses that is required to manage and sustain, the frequencies, the intelligence coming from the seance. Okay, science is telling you that, all of a sudden the sun's alive. Religion is trying to come back around and trying to tell you, that, all along they were copying, what the Bakas, the original souls here on Earth, what we were, exercising was a dormant, adulation for space, for ether, for life. We're Sturidians. I reclassified that word to Stemordians. Okay, because we stem from the Or of Ra. Okay, the Earth is really called Or, Ta, Ra. This is where you get Tara from. This is where you get the Tatarians from, the Taínos from. I already have all this language on lock. Everything. I have the genetic memory, and I'm being true to my soul code to restore. Okay, this is why it's very important we get back on the solar timeline. We need to represent it. You need to physically represent it. You don't absolutely need to download the app. You can download the PDF. But by actually purchasing, downloading, you're sending a signal. Okay, you're sending a signal that this is what money is worth. This is what you want, and the draconians can't give you this. Okay, so this is part of the war that is going on. Okay, it's time to put everything in its place. What belongs to those that seize the ore belongs to those that seize the ore. Okay, but the ore itself is ether, so therefore their efforts are negated. Okay, they're the ones that own nothing, and they have to be happy because that means you're a casted out parasite peon. Okay, so stop listening in on their conversation that they're having amongst themselves and taking it like, they're talking to you. You're just peeking in on the conversation. Remember that, you're peeking in. You're trying to, figure out what they're saying. You want in on their conversation, but they're not talking about you. They're talking about what they need to do and what they're going to do to survive their reality. Okay, I'm giving you an opportunity to have a real different reality. Okay, because this is absolutely real. This is an opportunity for everybody to give Satan, Lucifer, God, and everything the finger, say thank you. Doesn't matter if you were whipped up in a petri dish, or if you're lucky, to be, a Nubian. Okay, but the bottom line is the only reason why people in Africa, the black people in Africa, are starting to rise up. They want you to think it's because of any one man, but no, it's just the radiation from the sun is restoring the quantity of soul in everything. So, I'm not afraid to say it, but people have to realize that the land that the continent, the geographical location that they call Africa, that was completely wiped out. Okay, and they repopulated with clones. Okay, and lots of souls from the West. This is how they can have their genetic shit. This is another video. But what I'm trying to get at, this is a signal. Okay, this should be able to liberate everybody from this draconian system, okay, because they are not needed. They're invalid, okay, and all they want to do is get everybody into the worst state, because you guys got to recognize and realize I've told you all 166, the sun had a blast, and within 36 hours you're seeing this. I'm not a joke, people. I'm not a joke. Okay, when I talk and I speak, this is, there's like, come on. Okay, who else is doing this? Who else can do this? All right, who else can do this? This is not a joke. Look, even the Baka, we have it right here. The MasterCard, they know. Okay, they know what time it is. Everybody knows the whole system is done. Okay, this is a mark for them, to that they have to they can't interface with souls anymore. So this is everything that is going on is for their virtual reality. Okay, we can't get drawn into this like this. You all have to, come and start, dealing with karmic debt. It doesn't matter right now. The devil itself, right, is going to get, converted if they're able to withstand that. But this also have to recognize and realize that along with this is a planet that's volcanic. Okay, it's like liquid lava. Like it's literally, a volcanic planet. We call it the lake of fire. And this is where all the essence is going. Okay, I promise you this. I've not only dreamed this, I've seen, and I actually, was so moved that I told a friend that his father was dead, but I saw him alive, walking with him into the lake of fire. Okay, I'm serious, people. Okay, I'm serious. Like, this is not a joke here. Okay, so, this devil is trying to sucker you guys all in. He's lying to you, and you guys aren't safe. Just think about this for a second. If none of you guys can have a conversation or even show hate towards me, that means your God, your spirits have absolutely no chance with what's behind me. Okay, zip. Okay, so let's get real. Just think about all the effort they have to do to keep you guys in a low vibration so you can miss out on your opportunities and you can't communicate and rationalize with what's happening and set yourself up. This is not an eating food and all of this shit that's going to get you by. This is 100% psychology right now. Okay, the secret is done. Every single thing that is here on this planet is getting melanated. They're all going to be golden, toned, copper bodied. Your hair is going to stand up. Everybody's going to have an afro. Everybody is being baka. This is what I am doing. This is what I want. This is what Ra wants, what Ra is doing. This is what the two brothers, the Seon and so on, are doing. This is Jesus. The genes that are being sown in us. This is a serious time here, people. Okay? Serious time. So all you jesters, back down, stand down, give it up, come to Tata.